Wow, 2020 is now over and I couldn't believe it. It went just so fast, and most of it was the most difficult time of the year. Most of us lost our job, we're still away from our relatives, family, and most of us, we changed our plans, right? We're still waiting for a permit or residency. But you know what? 2020 is not really bad for some people. Like in my case, 2020 is one of the most profitable year in my stay here in Canada. Remember when I post about self-employment in Canada, if you guys are interested? Surprisingly, you are. You guys are interested to know on how to be self-employed in Canada while studying or even working full-time. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you more about self-employment, restriction about it. So now let's move on to our topic for today. Don't forget to watch it till the end. First, you have to know what is self-employment. So basically, if you're working full-time and then you are earning something for yourself apart from your full-time job, it is considered self-employment. For example, if I am making videos here in YouTube and it's earning me some money, and if I accept sponsorship, commission, something like that, something apart from my full-time job, then that's considered self-employment. So if you are a YouTuber, you are self-employed. Congratulations, because you have your own business now. And also the difference between full-time job and self-employment is that when you file for your taxes, it's your responsibility to do it, right? No one else going to file your taxes but yourself. But we are not gonna dive into taxes in this video, but I'm just saying that it is self-employment if you're earning something apart from your full-time job. So the million-dollar question is, are we allowed to be self-employed in Canada, especially if you're an international student or a temporary worker? So I'm gonna answer that straight away. So the answer is, it depends. So there are tons of factors that you have to consider before you become self-employed. So first thing, you have to know the business structure, you have to know the regulation on the service that you are going to render, and also you need to know the permit, your restriction, right? So in business structure, there are three types of business structure in Canada. There is incorporation, there is partnership, and there is sole proprietorship. So if you're a Canadian citizen or permanent resident in Canada, either way you can be anything, right? You can be self-proprietor, you can be in partnership, you can incorporate your business. But if you are a temporary work permit holder, for example, international student or with open work permit, you are only allowed to be under sole proprietorship unless you partnered with a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident here in Canada. So in my business, I am on a sole proprietorship. Especially, this is the thing, okay? For sole proprietorship, you don't need to register your business in Canada, especially if you're using your legal name as your business name. So in my business name is Esely Planner. So I can actually register a name here in British Columbia. So if you're using your legal name, then you don't need to register your business. You can just be self-employed. The earning will only go to your personal income, right? So that will be taxed as per personal income tax. The next one that I want you to understand is what type of service are you going to sell here in Canada? Is it regulated here in Canada? So if you're a nurse and if you're thinking to open, let's say, a private nursing business, nursing is a regulated profession here in Canada. Same thing with other services, let's say consulting business. If you are giving immigration advices, you are considered immigration consultant, right? But if you don't have a license to practice, you cannot give this service here in Canada. That's why in my business, it's so clear that I'm only helping students, I'm only coaching my students how to build their business, how to build their career. So you have to be careful when it comes to choosing your service. If you have the license to practice, there's no problem with that. Next thing that I want you to check is your permit. Do you have any restriction on your permit? So if you're a student, you are only allowed for 20 hours a week to work during your studies, 40 hours or more during your break. Especially for people who have post-graduation work permit or people with open work permit, you can be self-employed while you're still working full-time. That's what I'm actually doing right now. I'm not dropping my full-time job, especially for my permanent residency, right? But it does not mean that I cannot build my business. I can still work on my business while I'm working full-time. So why am I encouraging temporary residents and immigrants to have a side business? So I'm gonna highlight 3 key points here. First one is that it can actually supplement your full-time job. So let's say if you're going to lose your job tomorrow, you have another set of income stream that are actually going to help you to support you and your family, right? And also, once your business has been running and then you can actually replace your full-time job, you can actually just fire your boss and then escape that 9-to-5 gig. Business actually takes time to generate income. So if you are going to start it as soon as possible, that is great. So next thing that I want to highlight, that working for clients will actually build your network and your portfolio. Why is it important to build your portfolio? So the thing here in Canada is that when you apply for a professional job, they will actually ask for this document. They need to see some proof that you can actually do some graphic designing skill, photography skills. They need to see something before they hire you. So if you're going to work at McDonald's or Tim Hortons as a server, do you think that will actually help you as a graphic designer? That would be hard because you cannot use that as your portfolio. Working with clients will actually expand network within your industry. They can actually help you get a permanent full-time professional job. So if you're going to work on this as early as possible, if you're a student, then that will be great. That will actually prepare you for your permanent full-time job. And that full-time job is actually one of the major requirements when it comes to your permanent residency, especially for temporary workers and international students here in Canada. The next point here is that you are going to make more money when you work for yourself. So let's say you're working for McDonald's, you're only gonna make $13, let's say, or $12 an hour. Pretty much that would be $1,000 or $1,200 per month. But if you're going to work for yourself, then you are not working per hour. You are working based on the value that you are going to give to your clients. For example, someone's going to ask for my service, and specifically for personal branding, let's say a consultant come to me, okay, revamp my website and change my personal branding. I'm not gonna price my service based on the hour and that I'm gonna put in. I'm going to price it based on the revenue. If you're making $100,000 in a year, escalating your personal branding will actually increase your revenue so up to maybe 30%, and that's actually $30,018 in a year. Do you think I'm going to charge less than 1,000 Canadian dollar for this business? Of course not, right? So that's what I'm saying. You need to work smart here in Canada. Do not work per dollar. But thank you guys for watching. If you want more about entrepreneurship or building a business here in Canada, if you love this kind of content, hit the like button and then I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys.